couple of months ago I mentioned this thing called the bar test, and I thought it was more of a thing. I said I'd get back to it, got sidetracked, never did, but we're fixing that today. When I say the bar test, what I'm talking about is sitting in a sports bar, looking up at the TV screens that have all the sports on it. Can somebody be watching your sport and figure out what's going on without actually hearing the audio? And when I'm talking about someone, I'm not talking about somebody who's already a fan of your sport. I'm talking about somebody who's well versed in other sports, but may not know your sport entirely. So I would like to introduce a case point of cricket. Most Americans don't understand cricket, present company included, but watching it on television, I kind of got the gist of what was going on, because it was kind of like other sports I've been exposed to. You had one guy with a ball, and he was going to run towards this line, and he's going to throw it overhand and bounce the ball off the ground. And on the other side, you had some guy holding essentially a boat paddle who was waiting for the ball, and he's trying to hit it, and after he hits it, he's going to run towards some sticks. And no matter where he hits it, behind him, in front of him, to the side, whatever, there's a whole bunch of other people in this outer circle who are trying to catch the ball without gloves on, and they're either going to catch it, and they're going to throw it in, or they're going to do something else with it, but I kind of got the idea. Okay, so this is a little bit like baseball. I'm familiar with baseball. Okay, this guy's the pitcher, this guy's the hitter. They're going to try to score runs like this. They're going to pop fly, that's out. Get it out of the park for... Okay, I kind of get the gist of this. I might not be well-versed, but I kind of get it. And there's a lot of other games that I'm not well-versed in, but I do kind of get the gist of it. Australian rules football. Okay, that's kind of a little bit like American football. I don't get the whole bouncing on the ground thing, but okay, they got to get the ball between the upper... Okay, I get this. I understand this. And the Highland games, okay, I don't really understand all of the nuances of it, but dude, he just took a telephone pole and he threw it end over end. Awesome! So how does paintball fall in under this? Well, paintball kind of fails. A very simple reason. That is, without the announcers, nobody really has a clue what the hell's going on the field. And for a casual observer, they're going to see a couple of things. Predominantly, the first thing they're going to see is it's 7-on-7, and all 7 people have the ability to make the action happen. All 7 people can do something to break the game wide open. So they got to keep track of 14 guys? That's not fun. The second thing they're going to see is guys going out there with half a case of paint on their backs, and they're just going to step behind their bunker and just twitch and lane, twitch and lane, twitch and lane. That's what we call it. They look at it as, why is that guy wasting all that paint? I mean, these guys are professionals. They should be able to hit everything on their first... What gives? This guy must suck. But most of all, they're not going to get the whole point of the game because you're just playing on this arena setting. So they're looking up going, are they just trying to kill each other? Was this like a death match kind of thing? Why, again, he just eliminated last guy. Why is he running back? Oh, he's getting this thing in the... Okay, so it's... What the hell's going on? And it's usually about this time that they switch their attention from this TV to that TV, and they order another beer. So, in a very broad nutshell, that is the bar test, and paintball pretty much fails it miserably. Now, how can we get paintball to pass the bar test? Well, it's going to take quite a lot of work, and I don't see anybody actually wanting to put the work in to do it. You see, because this kind of goes back to the philosophy thing of, well, you got to show people something that they can't do, you have to impress people, you have to show some skills, but most of all, you can't have just technology out there doing the work for you, which is what most of these ramping guns do. Plus, you need a clear-cut goal that pretty much anyone can figure out, and yeah, we know it's playing capture the flag, but sitting in a bar? They're not going to be able to figure that out. They're just kind of looking at all these guys standing in the arena just killing each other, and they're just, what's the point? What are they doing? I don't get this. Plus, arguably, there needs to be a level of professionalism from the players themselves, and a lot of the guys can do this, but a lot of them just cannot. Personally, I would love to see a standardized everything, standardized guns, standardized paint loads, standardized uniform, standardized all that, because that would make the game a lot more interesting to watch, and also give a display of skill that even the layman can understand. But it's kind of that uniform thing that kind of gets me, because I've seen a lot of guys at the Highland games. Dudes, if you're wearing something under it, it's called a dress.